Hello everyone, and today we are discussing the basic rules of a derivatives. Itong derivatives po ay with our connection sa ating calculus na topic. So, this is the basic rules of a derivatives. Actually, napakaraming rules ang derivatives. So, ang gagawin natin is magpipick lang tayo or mag-choose tayo ng 4 rules na basic na madaling maintindihan. So, we have rule number 1. So, we have a rule number 1. Rule number 1, which is the constant rule. Constant rule. So, first we put up derivatives. Derivatives of ito yung ano niya, denotation. D of C in terms of the x. So we have let's say 0. So let's have an example. This is an example. So we have y is equals to 5. So we have the derivatives of y in terms of x is 0 kasi yung 5 constant. So any number or any whole number na constant, the result is 0. Yan yung rule number 1. Pwede rin in an easy way itong dy over dx ay papalitan natin ng y prime. Kasi pareho lang sila ng interpretations ng derivatives of y, ang y prime. So y prime is equals to 0. So yun ang ating rule number 1. So let's proceed to the rule number 2. Rule number 2. Wait lang natin na ito. Buburahin. So let's proceed to the rule number 2, which is the general rule. Pag sinabi mong general, ay, pangkalahatan. So we have the derivatives of x in terms of x is equals to 1. So let's have another example. This is an example. So the y is equals to 5 minus x. So the derivatives of y is we have dx, ganyan. Pero kung gusto mo na shortcut way, pwede namang y prime. Kasi mas madali yung y prime na isulat. Is equals to, itong 5, constant. So, sa rule number 1, any number, whole number na constant is equals to 0. And the x, which is 1, so we put 1. So y prime is equals to negative 1. Yan yung answer. So let's have another example. B. So we have y plus 6 is equals to 3 plus x. So y prime, the derivatives of y, plus we use the rule number 1, which is constant 0, is equals to constant pa rin 0 plus, which is ang ating x is 1, so we have 1. So we have y prime is equals to 1. Yan yung ating answer sa example sa rule number 2. So let's proceed now to the rule number 3, which is the power rule. Power rule. So we have the derivatives of x raised of n in terms of x. So itong n na to, or yung any exponent, whether it's hundreds, thousands, in fractions, derivatives, or etc., this is a function. So, ang ibig sabihin nito, ng n na to, bababa natin siya, n multiply by x, tsaka babawasan lang natin siya ng 1, minus 1. So, n minus 1. So, yan yung kanyang differentiation. Kung hindi nyo naintindihan tong power rule, magsiset tayo ng mga examples. So, we have number 1. Y is equals to x cube minus 6. So, gagamit tayo dito ng rule number 1, which is derivatives of y, which is y prime is equals to, ito, bababa natin yung 3 x then 1. So, 3 minus 1, so magiging 2. Kasi ito yung power rule. Ito yung kanyang rule. Tapos, the derivatives of a constant is 0. So, we have y prime is equals to, copy lang natin to, x and squared. So, yun yung answer. Kung hindi pa rin kayo satisfied, meron tayo another example. We have ito, b is equals to 8x, y is equals to x raised of 4 minus x cubed minus x squared plus 7. So, derivatives of y is y prime. So, itong 4, bababa natin, 4x, 4 minus 1, magiging 3 cube, minus, baba natin yung 3, x minus 1, magiging 2, tapos, minus, bababa natin yung 2 dito, so magiging 2x plus 7. So, we have y prime is equals to 4x cube minus 3x squared minus 2x plus derivative ng constant is 0. So, pwede natin, hindi na natin siya ilagay. So, ito na lang. So, that's the final answer. So, let's proceed to the rule number 4. Ito na yung constant multiple rule. So, meron tayong derivatives of ito yung ating halimbawa, constant is k multiply by our function. Ayan. So, ito yung magiging k multiply by yan. So, ito yung ating coefficient. Kung hindi nyo naiintindihan itong ating rule na to, magsiset tayo ng example para mas lalo ninyong maintindihan. So we have number 1, y is equals to 5x squared minus x plus 5. So, gagamit tayo dito ng rule number 1, rule number 2, at saka rule number 3. So, nagamit lahat yung mga rules na previous rules natin in-reveal. So, derivatives of y is y prime or dy. So, instead na ito lang ilagay natin. Delete. So, isusulat lang natin itong 5. Tapos, rule number 3, which is, bababa natin itong 2, then minus 1. So, 2x, 2 minus 1, so 1 na lang, so hindi natin siya ilalagay. Yan. Derivatives of x, which is 1, plus derivative of a constant is 0. Yung rule natin number 1. So, we have y prime, multiply lang to. 5 times 2 is equals to 10. X minus what? Minus 1. The answer. Kung hindi nyo pa rin naiintindihan ito, at bakit walang functions na ganito, magsaset tayo ng another example. So we have y 3 function of x. So ito na 3, which is ang ating coefficient, din na ating derivatives of a functions, ito. So nagamit na natin to. So how to solve this in an easy way? So we have, napakadali lang po nito. Like super easy pag inyo ito may encounter. So we have derivatives of y is a y prime is equals to, copy yung 3. So we have derivatives of x, which is 1, minus derivatives of a constant is 0. Yan. So, the y prime is equals to 3. So, yan na yung answer. Di ba napakadali? Again, maraming salamat sa inyong suporta at panunood. Sana ay may natutunan kayo sa aking ibinahaging rules, sa basic rules ng derivatives. Stay tuned up kasi mag-a-upload pa ako ng mga videos about the calculus. So, bye!